Welcome back to Bloodstock TV. It is Saturday night, post-performance of the main stage, and we are here with the king himself, King Diamond. How are you? It's absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, man, and get the chance to play for this beautiful audience, man, and pure pleasure.
You have, I mean, it's just been critical acclaim every show, all the festivals you've done to date. I mean, this is just another one. I mean, how do you feel about just being back out there again and doing these shows and seeing in the eyes of people, the crowds, young, old, brand new fans, like incredible.
Yeah, seeing the different ages is fantastic to see, you know. I mean, you're outdoors, but you can, here today, you could see people's faces, right? You can most of the time. Some of them are so big that you have a hard time pointing out. Then suddenly we had an indoor in Norway. There was like a 2,500 seater Bergen special, very nice theater with great sounds up, but everything got changed suddenly, and you could see people like here and here, and it gets so. You miss that a little bit when you do the festivals, right? But the festival has some other things that they don't have inside, right?
Yeah, so it's just that really magical.
I heard today there was a bat even that was flying over stage while we were playing.
I did not hear that.
Several people told me, and they said, "Oh my God, there came a bat like this." I brought him with me.
And we've kind of got a weird moon tonight as well. There's a full misty moon out there, so absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about is you said that you were just continuing. You know, this was not you were getting back together.
This is not a reunion tour.
It's not a reunion tour. No. So, was there ever a time though where you kind of thought, "Oh my God, will we ever get to do this?" You know?
Yeah, many times. I mean, people have asked, "Are you going to do Mercyful Fate again?" And I said, "I will never say never." Mm-hmm. But also, one thing that it will take is that the stars have to align properly. I'm not going to go out and just do Mercyful Fate, try to make some money and come with a backdrop or something. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's got to be right, otherwise there's no point doing it, you know. And with 5B management coming in, we only had a management for a few years now. Yeah. We always did everything ourselves, but they can open doors, and it's like, you know, things got aligned right. So and suddenly it was the right time to say, "Hey, so what about now, hey? What about this?"
Well, I was going to say, when was that? When did you and Han kind of say, "You know what?"
Well, Timmy was alive. The bass player was still alive.
Right.
He has died of cancer, you know. And it was very tough. And he has a daughter that was able to come to Copenhagen and see us play, and she met Joey Vera, who is now playing bass. And Timmy was part of selecting him with me. Okay. I went and saw Joey play with Fate's Warning in Dallas, and I said to Timmy, "You got to see. I know him already. I know he would be perfect." And the idea was that he would come and help whenever needed, because we didn't know how Timmy would do, but Timmy was getting better and better and better. Mm-hmm. And I was visiting him in his apartment in Denmark when we played last time in 2019, Copenhagen, King Diamond. Visited him, he played a little bass for me, but there was something with his one arm that was not where it should be, you know. Yeah. So he walked together with me and my family over to the KB Hall, is what it was called, the place we played. Yeah. He saw soundcheck, he came later, he saw some of the show and went back home. And then it was that was last time I saw him alive.
Oh my God!
And it's really it's very emotional, you know, because it's I still have his phone number and his name in my phone. Right. I can't fucking erase it. I simply can't erase it. And it's there's too many memories. I mean, the last time I talked to him was over 2 hours. We sat and talked on the phone, and we did that a lot. And the plans was that Joey would come and Timmy could do whatever he wanted. It was his spot. He could play one song, he could stand away, whatever. It was his spot. That's what we told him there when everything was going. But this is your spot. You need to be here. We need finger playing. We are playing all the old songs that you played bass on. So we want that sound coming back into it. Joey is like that too. Yeah. And Joey was picked by Timmy and me.
It is a very emotional.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, he approved of everything. He gave it his seal of approval. Yeah.
Yes. And then we played Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And Metallica was there, you know, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Lars James and Rob was there. Mm-hmm. And they saw us on the stage, you know, and the way it feels that we play all this old stuff, even though there's a new song, and typical Mercyful Fate, right? We have to come with a 9-minute song. It's like, why? The set is white.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's not exactly what you expect, but it works. It's like a sacrificial place almost. It looks like heavy stone, and it just works. Where the smoke comes out, and no fire, right? But the smoke is almost like old Deep Purple from the 70s or whatever. And the lights are, the guys we have working for us, the best. I mean, incredible. The sound, the light smokes. It's a vision that I had, that I put for it.
But to see all that actually coming into, a tangible thing, and it's all coming together, must be just...
Yeah, and I didn't know. I mean, we came over and we started rehearsing, and I hope that I gave our lighting guy almost free hands. I never do that. Right. But this time I did. And I said, okay, man, it looks pretty cool, man. What? Wow, and he's doing more and more stuff, and oh my God, this is... And then you start seeing some footage. My wife suddenly started streaming us live.
Yes,
with no filters. I'm like, okay, that we would never have done, not even 2 years ago.
When you got good lighting.
But also everybody had to do it. And the new song we're playing is not
Jackal
finished.
of Salzburg,
Is not finished yet.
Okay.
And there's a part of it I make up every night.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because, it's a really theatrical song, obviously. But
go ahead.
is it a good indication of, what we can expect from, new material?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's Hank and I are writing. So we are writing like we did back then, the early in the 80s,
And is will that, you're saying it's not finished, will that eventually will that come out as a single?
Absolutely,
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's an intro. It's 8 minutes and 54 seconds total.
Yeah.
Not in the version you heard. It's a little less. Hank brought it to me. I think it was 7:24.
Yeah.
And then we, like the old days, I listen. I might rather sing on that piece than that piece maybe. And he said, do whatever you want. And then I get the scalpel out and I do things. And suddenly it's 8 minutes and 54 seconds,
And
he
growing.
Hears it.
And growing.
Yeah. And he says, I said, wow, this is awesome, And it has an intro with bells, and I'm talking like an old priest kind of. This takes place in 1675. We went and saw the real castle called Musan Castle outside of Salzburg. 2-hour bus ride from Salzburg, but it's still Salzburg, where they killed all these people. And the story is so brutal. From 1675 to 1690, they killed 139 people hunting this 20-year-old guy they called the Jackal.
Right.
His mom in 1675 was burned alive, and under torture had given up her own son.
Right.
And they started hunting him. And these people, they had turned this museum into being the jurisdiction where they gave out all penalties to people, and it was brutal. One of the bishops actually killed over 2,000 women.
Oh my God.
Horrifying. But those 139, for that 15-year hunt, they had 109 of them with children, 10 to 14. It's the most brutal. I didn't know till this year about it. And I got to write about it. Yeah, and then we went and saw the place. We saw where the torture chamber, that's good. So there's some things that I'm going to
But that's all, this is all adding to the visualization.
And it's going to be added also with the lyrics. Where I didn't have anything, I can finalize it now and get all the right things
Well, with that, you said, this is possibly coming out as a single, but there is an album. Now, Brian Slagle, obviously. Now, there is a King Diamond record, and he's saying he wants that to come out. The Institute.
It's been the plan the whole time to do that.
So the Institute will come out before Mercyful Fate.
Yeah, we are sticking to what we have known the whole time. Something with King Diamond. We have a very special thing for that album. It's going to be a 2-album story, right? The Institute.
Is this year, or we're talking next year, are we?
Release will be next year.
Right, okay, yeah.
And touring in the summer is the plan.
Right.
Mr.
King Diamond.
Yeah,
right.
Mr. COVID need to allow.
Well,
but
we hope
no one can say what happens with Mercyful Fate because things are happening, right? I can't say right now on the air. I can say when you turn this off. Yeah. I can tell you something that you'll be happy about.
Okay. So, I will say nothing though. This is off camera. Yeah. Go on.
But King Diamond, we are building something that you will never have seen on stage before.
Okay.
Not that way. And with the light guy, especially like he has never done that way either. It's going to be so horror. We're going to perform at the bottom on stage on our actors. It's going to be so raw.
Eat your heart out, Alice Cooper. Yeah.
It's going to be very different from it. It's not. It's very different, very sick, very. You will not have seen musicians stand on stage like in that type of life.
Yeah.
It's going to be very dark, very. They have to learn to play in dark areas.
I'm excited, immensely excited.
It's crazy. It's going to be, and I know now that our light guy is he can't wait for us to do it. I showed him some pictures that has the kind of feelings I want, the kind of backdrops I want, and stuff like that. And it
must be so exciting though, just pulling all these ideas together and actualizing them. So
you have no idea, man.
It's incredible.
I special contraptions like that'll be covered by these grey sheets that'll have a little bit of a flower on, so it looks like old dust. When you take them off, it'll be like, it just have these feelings of old nasty. But see, we were supposed to do that this autumn.
Okay, but of course COVID has pushed everything
back. got weird, you know. And Andy sent me 8 songs. He needs about 4 per those 2 albums. So and I'm cutting also there with the scalpel, and 2 songs are finished from his side musically, unless we need to change when the vocals start working on it. I have a lot of stuff myself, you know. But with the King Diamond there, that show, we cannot do one of these like we did last time. We release something, and then that's it, so we can tour.
Yeah.
Right, and then we go out and tour, and we don't want to waste that production.
Yeah.
If we did that for 2 or 3 new songs, right, and then the album comes out, what are we going to do when the album comes out?
Exactly.
For a tour? This is going to be it. This is going to blow people's minds when they see that I am 100%
sure. If you were to sort of give us a ballpark kind of timeline of when this could be, I mean, we're looking at...
I hope next summer that
next summer
is going to tour.
A year from now, so summer 2023.
And we're talking about doing things in a way where management, you know, that we don't do just festivals, but try and mix it up.
It's actual tour, like indoor venues,
with festivals involved as well.
Fantastic.
So, and then there's a lot of other bands from 5B and stuff like that, and then maybe in between of what we can do, because
there's so much coming. Like there's so much.
Tons.
We're all just trying to get over the fact that we are seeing this, and it's
and Mercyful Fate. I mean, I could give you the title for the second song that we're doing, which
can
is
you
about.
Go on.
I have.
Tell me off camera.
I actually have. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I have actually a cover. We're doing covers for each song as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have the actual cover for this the Jack of Salzburg.
Wow.
For just the song.
The artwork.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I have the cover for the album, the full album.
So it's just.
I know what it's going to be.
It's waiting
called.
in the shadows. You have it all.
Yeah. And we are continuing writing. I mean, hey, Wild King Diamond is writing too. So it's going to be very heavy, and when we turn off, then I'll tell you so you can see like, oh, that's how it's going to title. It's going to be busy, but that's good after all this quiet.
Well, absolutely, making up for lost time.
Yeah.
I wanted to, obviously, I'm just conscious of time. I just wanted to ask you, you have influenced you've just influenced so many bands, and I wanted to get your personal opinion on when you see the influence of these bands that are in their right, you know, rightfully huge in their own right, i.e. Metallica, whatnot. That must be an inspiration for you to keep going, to keep writing.
I will give you an example with Copenhagen. Seeing Lars and James banging out on the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And I saw photos of it the next day. I don't think I've seen anyone look like young boys having an amazing time.
Yeah.
And the next day, they were going to Italy to play. They came back to Copenhagen. I think they had their camp there. Lars sent me a nice email, you know, or a message, where he said, yesterday it was just so amazing. I swear, James and I were 20 again.
There you go.
They looked like, you could see pictures of them, and we, of course, we have footage of it too, but we're not going to show that.
It's personal.
But it was...
but it's the power of music.
Inside here, I said, Lars, I wrote back to him, you have no idea what it means. when you write something like that to me, you will never know. But that's what makes me go.
Yeah.
And from other people too, naturally. But to see that is like.
But long may it continue.
Does it to us. It does it to us, to Hank and me and Bjarne and now Joey also, you know, and Mike Weiss, who plays King Diamond as well.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting busy too, because it just happened that now we are running again with Mercyful Fate.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is not reunion. It's like
a continuation.
Joey is taking Timmy. Timmy was supposed to come back in, and that was the one thing that was changing.
But he would be immensely proud of what he sees right here. Absolutely, yeah.
He knew what it was going to look like, because I've shown him some of these drawings. I mean, I have it on little square paper. That's how I draw it up in the beginning, and then people get it, and then the pros start working on it.
Well, we've so much to... We could talk forever, but we're getting cut off here. But look, I just wanted to end with, you know, it's been an absolute honour to have you here on the Ronnie James Dio stage here at Bloodstock, and I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing you, well, hopefully back here very, very soon, but we are going to be seeing you, a lot more of you in 2023.
We want it, man. Yeah. I mean, we are so awesome here, and we want to be back. Like I said to the guys, it cannot be last time. It cannot be last time.
Well, listen, thank you so much. It's been absolutely incredible. And Bloodstock TV, Mr. King Diamond, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Stay heavy and stay safe.